Time for another Vinegar Syndrome release. This one is Olivia. This was also released as part of 88 Film Slasher Classics collection. So it's one I'd seen before. It comes under a couple of titles. For the 88 Films one, it is called Prozzie. It's also known as Double Jeopardy as well. And this weird film revolves around the character of Olivia, who at the beginning of the movie is a young girl. She kind of knows her mum is a prostitute, and she kind of peeps through the keyhole watching her as she interacts with her clients, and she sees this guy brutally beat her to death, and that has a systemic effect on her life, all the way up to where we jump to now, which is about 20 years, maybe 15-20 years later, and she is young, she's married, she's stuck in a relationship that is very abusive. You have this husband who is very demeaning, very demanding, and in complete control of her life, and we kind of follow her as she starts to meet this American businessman. She's dressing up in the way her mother used to, like a prostitute. She's going out and at the London Bridge and hanging around. She meets this guy. They kind of have a connection, more than what she was initially thought she was going to get, and they kind of fall in love. They have this quick fire, hot-blooded affair until the husband finds out about it. There is things that go on, and then we just cut almost immediately to in the States, where we have this story of someone having bought the London Bridge, transported it across to this American state, where our American Mike is just walking about looking at the bridge, having memories of his time with Olivia, when he spots a woman that looks a hell of a lot like her, and he's thrown into this mystery of is it or isn't not her. It's very weird and it's very wonderful. I wasn't sure what I was getting into with this. It had feelings of giallo about it, a little bit of just a straight slasher about it. It had small moments of kind of Hitchcockian De Palma-like takes on things, especially with the whole idea of the story, of taking one kind of story element, using the same characters and transporting it to America and changing little things about to create something different. I kind of liked the lead character, Susanna Love, who plays Olivia. I thought she was wonderful in the role as someone who is just constantly the victim, who turns the tables on most of the people in her life that are negative. I really liked the idea of everything set around the bridge, the London Bridge, as if that's an iconic symbol that ties to the trauma that Olivia has had, and transporting that away from where all these wrong things happen to her, but still taking that crux or thing that reminds her of all these events with her to a possible new location. It was a wonderful idea. And you kind of change point of views midway through the movie. You kind of go from Olivia onto Mike, where it really becomes a lot more mysterious as he starts to stalk this new character who he believes is Olivia. He has interactions with her, and the woman just, acts as if this is somebody new that's just entered into her life. And of course there is the genre element of blood and guts. There is a sense of griminess about this movie and the locales in London specifically, and later on in the movie. The way it's shot is really interesting. I really like a lot of the oppressors in this movie are really close up, in the face kind of photography, a little bit warped. It's a really interesting and fun movie that defines almost falling into a subgenre of any form. The movie looks great. I think the characters are wonderful. The story is really interesting and different enough to keep you on your toes. If you've seen a lot of giallo or slashers, this kind of mixes them but completely circumvents a lot of the tropes of those subgenres. I really was surprised by how much I thought this was wonderful. The transfer is great. For the first maybe 10 minutes it's a little bit ropey, but they explain that's because of the materials that they had to work with, and then it kicks into the usual fantastic transfer from Vinegar Syndrome. Have you seen Olivia? Do you like it as much as I do? If you do, let me know. If you don't, let me know as well. Your comments on why in the comment box below. I'll see you next time on Man v Film.